Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Jeff. Back here on some more Call of Duty, which shit, we're less than like, what, 10 days away? We're like 8 days away or something like that from Vanguard. And I'm also going to assume that Vanguard, the servers will probably go up early, to be honest. Usually they go up like 24 hours or a few hours before. This has happened the past, I don't know how many years in a row at this point, but if the people that have early copies, or maybe even the downloaded versions that just don't have like a timer on them like they do on console, people are able to play it early. Ah, yes, the riot shield play. I'm literally looking right at him. This game is so dog. I'm looking at him. Literally. God damn, it's so shit. Dude, I can't wait until Vanguard, and I'm gonna have to use a fucking riot shield on Vanguard as well. God damn it. This guy is constantly just prone. E8 per. Vape per, I don't know. Shit reminds me of when people would have the name Skater, and they would do SK8TER, and it's like, there's already a T in 8, isn't there? So your name would be like Skater, sir. And what happened? You guys are sweating a second ago. What the fuck? Guys had all this energy trying to cap the B flag. What happened? Why does it say I have a clan tag? I definitely don't. Carbine in hardcore is basically a cheat code. That shit is so cheesy. I love it. So my car, as you guys know, I don't have like a very nice car. I have like a 2009 Scion TC. I bought it for like a couple $1,000s back in like 2013 or something like that. I don't even know. And to and from with my grandmother in her car with her. We would basically like carpool and stuff. Sometimes use my car, most of the time use her car. Sometimes I would drive there alone or whatever. And then after I quit that job, I didn't really have a lot of reasons to like use my vehicle and drive around a whole bunch because my job was literally sitting inside. So when your car goes and sits there for a long time, like there's so much shit that just goes wrong with it. Like vehicles need to be run regularly. So habitually, I don't really like driving my vehicle very much. Being in vehicles in general just makes me really nervous. I have like some weird anxiety about it. I don't know if I want to call it weird, but it is a little overwhelming and does sort of control my life a little bit. I try not to let it, but hey, all I'm saying is if you're the type of person that is like driving a car, right? And there's a vehicle in front of you a couple hundred feet ahead completely stopped. I'm the type of person that's gonna like do my very best to not make it obvious, but I want to grab that oh shit bar so fucking bad you don't even understand. I don't trust other people's driving. It doesn't matter whether I'm in the driver's seat or not. Everything just makes me nervous as fuck in a car. It just does. Got some trauma there and shit. Also, like, I don't know what happened, like, in my childhood, but I also don't like insanely loud music while I'm specifically in the back seat. I always feel like with the volume of the music, the people would get distracted and then I'm dead. Anyway, before talking about my ridiculous fears, obviously people are afraid of dying in a car crash, but me, it's a little different. I'm the type of person to think if I'm even sitting in my driveway in a car, a random vehicle is gonna come and smash me. I'm not even joking. Like, out of the fucking sky, Donnie Darko jet engine fall onto my vehicle type of shit. I'm not joking. They don't cross my mind unless I'm in the car. So my car a while ago basically just didn't start. I went to go try to start it in my driveway one time and it just didn't start. And I knew that it wasn't working for that period of time, but I didn't really care because I'm just not gonna use it. But obviously I should care about my own car, right? So I finally went and am now getting it fixed. I thought something was maybe wrong with like the engine or something because when I tried to actually turn that shit on one time, it made this noise that I had never heard before. Like usually I can tell, or like if I turn it and there's just no noise whatsoever or whatever, I'm gonna assume the battery's just completely dead and nothing's really just gonna turn on. It's fine. But when I went to go turn it on that time, I went to go turn it on and it made this noise. It sounded like it was screaming for help. So I got really afraid. I thought somebody like fucking put sugar in my gas tank or some shit. My front right tire was completely flat. I thought somebody slashed this shit. I'm not joking. Like, I'm not fucking around. Like, my paranoia's through the roof. So I couldn't take the vehicle to an actual dealership. So I had to call like a towing place and explain what was going on with. Not to mention, I really don't want to interact with other people because I don't want to like, you know, go and get sick and all this other shit. Just because I got to worry about, you know, other people, Lexus, my grandparents, things like that. I got to be careful. So I went through all that, did all this shit, and dude, it turns out that my one rim was actually bent. I'm trying to do all this stuff in preparation before Vanguard, and this house is a fucking mess. I need to like actually get a whole system down where I'm fixing everything. I got way too big of an ego for how dog shit I am at doing all this. I'm sure Alexis would appreciate that too. I thought there was something genuinely wrong with the engine. I'm not gonna lie. Like I thought it was actually fucked up. Someone sabotaged my shit. But it's not that big of a deal, you know what I mean? Cause good thing I don't go and buy fucking crazy luxury cars and shit, cause shit. My paranoia would be through the roof then. I brought it up to Alexis. She was like, oh, yeah. I think I remember the pothole that I ended up hitting one time. Ever hit a pothole so fucking hard that the music, your radio cuts out? Yeah! She said she was just driving the car and just fucking... So basically what was happening was, there actually was a small little pinhole also in the one tire, the front right tire. But also, since the rim was bent, it wasn't sealing the air properly, so it lost air much faster than all the other tires. And the battery was just, like, half... It was really close to dying. It was, like, 10% or some shit. Or, like, some sort of voltage out of whatever. It's crazy. I went to school for 4 years and I didn't learn shit. My auto mechanics teacher is fucking rolling in his sleep right now. I hope he quit that job, to be honest. I hope he's retired. He's pretty old. Fuck that job. I mean, the car has needed to be worked on for a while. It's not just the rim that was the issue. It's mostly because the car didn't even start at all. I knew that the one tire had an issue with definitely like deflating faster than the other ones because I put air in it before. I figured it just had like just a hole in it or whatever, but I didn't realize how bent and fucked up the rim was. They sent me like a video of everything. I haven't taken a car to a shop in so long, so it's like, this is one of the first times I've ever actually taken the car to a shop myself. And I didn't know they had like this whole process. They send you a video and everything, explain what's wrong with it, how much it costs and all this shit. It was really cool. And I also feel pretty good about myself. Like I'm actually being a human being. When my grandma came to my house one time and she was like, yeah, we could just drive over there. I'm like, yeah, no, my car doesn't move. She's like, why don't you go fix it? And I'm, yeah. You know, be honest, it's really intimidating. Like, doing regular shit was just really intimidating. I was afraid that, like, if I brought it there or something like that, and then they told me, like, oh, we don't do those kinds of cars here or some shit like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know all the little details and shit. Again, it's that my brain, it's the anxiety and I think of all sorts of shit that could possibly go wrong. Like, even if I called the towing thing, I was thinking that the towing guy would have some sort of issue being able to get it on his truck. And I was afraid of like getting involved in a whole thing where I have to sit there and conversate with people, and then I'm gonna go and get sick, and then the vehicle is still not gonna get fixed. It's just bad. It's just rolling over and over and over again. But now, facing the fears, tackling all this shit. It feels good, but I am nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I am a shaking mess on the inside. Trying to get all of this done before Vanguard. So basically, hey, you know gaming is bad when I'm literally trying to just put my house together for fun to pass time. And I mean put the house together. Like, generally the house is, you know, in shape or whatever. It's just at that one corner that's got like a big-ass spider web in it or something like that. I would literally make up the excuse to myself in my brain that spider that is in that corner is doing a good job, so I'm just gonna leave it there. It's gonna kill any of like the little gnats or flies or anything that fly around, so I just let it pay rent. Number one, I'm too lazy to go and actually try to reach up to it. Honestly, the number 2 reason is the number 1 reason. I'm afraid that when I go to like get it out and move it out of the corner, it's gonna kill me. Like, ever since I was a little kid, you know the movie The Mummy? Look up the Mummy Beetles scene. The scarabs. Anything that even has a shell wants to burrow itself into my skin and make its way up to my brain and kill me. I'm not joking. These are irrational fears. I'm aware of that. I can point them out as irrational, but I still have the fear when I go to interact with them. Right now, I feel confident, but I'm telling you right now, I get downstairs with that little duster and I see the spider there. If I go to dust it, it's gonna latch onto the duster, crawl up my hand, and burrow into my hand, and I'm dead. These are things that I think. I'm aware that probably children think this kind of shit, but it is what it is. Okay, I have the brain of a fucking 6-year-old then. I'm fucking scared. I admit it. Everything is terrifying, and I need to get over it because basically, with everything being terrifying, I chose not to interact with anything. But that only made my anxiety worse because I eventually have to. And I'm talking anxiety of like waking up with like my heart rate at like 130 and just because I have to go pick up my car. And this isn't a like, oh my god, I'm gonna be late thing. No, I can pick it up. The guy is cool. I've talked to the guy. He's a neat guy. He seems like a nice dude. He wouldn't mind if I picked it up in a couple days, but it's that type of shit. I gotta get past it or I'm gonna be crippled by it forever. I need to do this shit. I'm basically gonna try to hit a quota every single day. Once Vanguard comes out, I had a thing set for myself where every single day I would get at least 1 gold weapon or 1 obsidian weapon. Now, obviously, depending on however these, indigestion! Now, obviously, depending on how all the challenges and stuff go for this entire thing, you know, it's gonna depend, but I'm gonna assume I can definitely get 1 weapon done a day. I can get at least 1 weapon done a day, I can absolutely get at least 1 video done a day, and everything else. And then everything won't feel as overwhelming. I can just fucking lift it all up myself, just like a Chad. A real adult. And of course, Alexis has done so much shit. She knows exactly how to do everything. So I got a good person to learn from for all this shit. She's much more experienced in this kind of shit. Literal, just general life. But yeah. Having said all that, I'm gonna go pick my car up. Keeping it cool.